Chathany, hello, it's me.
Oh, dear God.
Hello! Sorry to hear about your hands. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I was gonna play more of Blood today, and then I burned my fucking hands on the oven. What do you mean you burnt your hands? You know that, like, oven rag thing? It's not like it's not a mitten for the oven. It's the thing. You know, the thing, the rag. It's just like a flat piece of cloth for getting things out of the oven. You know those things? Yeah, the lining had apparently ran out in that thing, and I burned my fucking hand getting something out of the oven. So now I can't really feel the end of my left middle finger. It was hurting like a son of a bitch earlier, now it's just numb. I assume it's just numb now, because I dunked my hands in, like, cold water as soon as possible. Hope it gets better. This is not the first time I've had, like, first-degree burns. So there is that. Albeit the last time was, like, 2013, but nonetheless. This isn't a bit like Nessie EXE contacting me through ChatGPT or the creepy old man at the farmer's market. No. On the bright side, it's, like, just kind of red. That's the only problem with it. Maybe it's a little bit swollen, like the smallest amount you can possibly imagine. And it's kind of red. Other than that, it seems fine. Again, aside from the numbness. Pull up an emergency slop. I don't know if that's in the cards for right now. Like, I burned other parts of my hand, but it's just, the rest of it feels fine right now. But, like, the most sustained contact was just on the tip of my left middle finger. So, like, the side of my right index finger is a bit burned, and I can see that, but it feels fine. A bit for, like, my left thumb and my left, ring finger, but they feel fine. Isn't Slop stream this week anyway? Probably. I don't know. So what do you got going on? How's life? You get anything good going on? Anything in particular you want to bring up to Dad? Voice of the Void TV movie watch along. I don't think I can get away with many things doing that. Figure arrived and Thief wants it destroyed. He's jealous. He's jealous he doesn't have any figures, which you can get from me for only a measly $150. And you can have a little chibi figure of me. Give me your money. Huh. Had another pizza today? That's probably not good to have that multiple times in a row. Stayed in bed till 7 p.m. today. Yeah, I've had those days. Won the McDonald's Monopoly. So what is that, like $100? Huh. Government shutdown, but still have to go to work. It's almost like they don't actually do anything or something. No, a free meal? Jesus Christ. Gah. What'd you try and pick up when your hand burned? Using the oven rag, which is made from the same material as an oven mitt, I tried to get the sheet that I had garlic bread on out of the oven. And I did get it out of the oven and on top of the stove. And now I cannot feel the end of my left middle finger. I actually can feel it, but it's kind of like a blister. You know that feel? You ever have like a really big like acne when you were like 15 thing going on and you just touched it? It feels like that. Where it's like, I feel this, but it doesn't feel like skin. I'd fuck up my hand for some garlic bread worth it. I also had meatball soup. And the meatball soup was pretty good. It had meatball, it had onion and carrot and celery and potato. It was nice. Probably could have used some spice to it, I'll be honest. Aside from that, though, pretty good. One time spilled boiling water on my finger and took 2 days for it to be fine. The last time I burned my hands was in 2013. Like, late 2013, early 2014, something like that. I was making a pot of ramen, I believe. And then when it was done, I poured it into a glass bowl, and I overestimated how big the glass bowl was. So I, poured boiling water on my hands. And I, not wanting to drop anything, took the time to set things down. And that was a bit of an issue for my right hand for a few days. Did that go through for you? Did you hear that when the oof went off? Because I didn't. Huh. It didn't? What the fuck is going on with the alerts? Hang on. I'll see if I can't figure this out. Where's the big setup? It's already set up, you jack off. Unless I have to set it up again for some reason. That would be stupid, though. That would be really, really, really dumb. Ugh. I understand nothing upon my earth. Mine was making hot chocolate, also pretty bad. What do you make of the news regarding Thief? Posted in lobby by myself. I believe I saw people confused about what that guy's name was, and what his title was. San Andreas vehicles converted to 4, basically none of the cars I wanted, but it has all the boats and aircraft. Huh. The second propeller on the Beagle and Nevada don't work. That's a very strange thing. Now I'm dealing with slight pain and bleeding. It's one of those. Gah. So that's where I'm at in life. It's one of those things. I'm not really sure what to make of any of it, to be honest. Only that it is painful. The lubed thing before insertion, but shoved it in dry. You never want to go in dry, kids. Never go in dry. Life is painful. So true! Sometimes you want to talk to people and they just don't answer you for like a week. Sometimes more than that. And you just assume that they're busy. But then what if they're not busy? And I don't want to try messaging anyone again because I just assume they're pissed off at me for something. You ever just look out in the ocean and go, yeah, I should just walk in there. See what happens. Ugh. Jesus Christ. How is this life? The suffering. Unending. Pain and exquisite agony I feel each and every day will never be understated. Let me see if this works, hang on. I'll do it myself, hang on. Did that go through? Did anything happen? No? It's stupid.
Uh-huh. How very foolish of life.
Check out after playing GTA 6, to be honest. That's the thing that we're waiting on. Of all the things, by GTA 6. I don't understand. Okay, what if I... Hang on. What if I... Browser source. Do not make source visible. And then I come over here. And then I just copy that. And I just go out of that, right? And then I do one of these fresh. And then I paste that like that. And then I just pretend everything in life makes sense that way. Maybe that'll work, who knows? Let's see. Oh yeah, that time it worked. God damn it. Why is life this way for me specifically? Huh. What a bizarre thing. Massive liquid fecal evacuation onto my person. Ugh. Any further developments on Earth, Chathany? That you would like me to scream about for any length of time? Anything in general that we have immediate need to discuss? Nothing? Nothing ever happens. Chat, you know that you know that Miku thing I told you about? That I had on the way? Yeah, it got here. It is massive. It's way, way bigger than I thought it would be. Like, this thing's gonna take up a whole wall. And Miku's titties are just beautiful. Ugh. Terminally ill guy who got to play Cyberpunk early, game so bad it killed him. If any game was gonna do it. Nintendo made a baby animation for some reason. Vile. Romantic comedy where a chud works his way to the top of a right-wing political party to stop his hot Japanese girlfriend from getting deported. Huh. Marry and reproduce. Ugh. I'm dying. It keeps happening. And now my ear hurts. Why does my ear hurt now? Ah! If it's not one thing, it's another. My God. I'm at a loss for what it is that comes next upon these lands. If those were the kinds we got, it wouldn't be an issue. Yeah. More than likely. Gah. The alien DNA and human story. I think we talked about that a little bit in the last stream. I don't believe you when you tell me that. I feel like you're lying and trying to divert attention away from other things when you say things like that. I don't believe that's gonna work. They either want money or a distraction. One or the other. If anyone was Glibfok, who would it be? Steve Buscemi.
Ugh.
Rebecca Sugar is gonna ruin Moomin. Has Rebecca Sugar done anything besides Steven Universe? At all? Ever? Has she? No? Ed Ed Netty Yowie. I do know about the Ed Ed Netty Yowie. She was involved with Adventure Time. Is that why Adventure Time became shit? Is that why that happened? Yes. Alien life is so thoroughly irrelevant to humanity's progress or challenges at this point in time. I think I mentioned this like a year and a half ago when they were talking about UFOs and aliens in like Congress or whatever. It's like, dude, if like the Greys landed tomorrow and they were just kind of hanging out, nothing about life would change. If the Greys just pull up next to you when you're on the side of the road and they ask you where, like, White Castle is, nothing about your day-to-day is going to change just by them being around. Hello, Faz. Ed Netty Yowie. Rebecca Sugar, creator of Steven Universe, prior to creating Steven Universe, was in the Tumblr community making Ed Netty Yowie content. And that is how she got her start with drawing. Hope your hands recover quickly. It's at the numbness stage right now, so, I don't know, 2 days, and should be fine. Baz is here after laying his eggs. Faz, how is life inside the dark dimension? Sorry you burned your hand. It happens. I don't lay any eggs. Spooky. Understandable. How can we make the Greys landing make us give $50 trillion more dollars to Israel? They'll spin some story about them being like primordial cousins to humanity or something. Who would win, Rebecca Sugar making Ed Netty Yowie or Ian Flynn making a Sonic Cross Teletubbies fanfic? I think I'd rather shoot myself. You think Faz's eggs are better scrambled or sunny side up? Ugh. Poor eggless Faz. So true. I prefer scrambled. Anytime I've had eggs, I've always just gotten them scrambled. Or like in an omelet, one or the other. I don't believe I've ever attempted to eat eggs in any other fashion than that. And I don't care to try. What would happen first if aliens were real? Israel taxing them or China eating them? We're asking the real hard-hitting journalistic questions here. The usual suspects will try to get them into a voting party of some kind. Max robbing them! Of what? The skin? Ugh. What I'm eating them with scrambled, usually good with most things, but I love a fried egg on a burger. On a burger is pretty good. And the starter home in Cow Tip, North Dakota, population 9, is still $500,000. Fuck. Everything sucks. Everything's bad. Nothing is good. When will we be able to afford anything? When things return to the American West frontier. Yeah. I feel like I would have done exceedingly well in the Frontier days, to be honest. I feel like I would have done pretty well for myself in the Cowpoke days. The solution is to give me all of the money. Toddbot, is this true? I've been working on the wrestling episode still. I worked a little bit more on it today. The runtime on that main event is now 1 hour and 9 minutes. And I still have to do, like, the last fourth of the match. If housing bursts again, would we survive? I don't know, I own this place technically, so I'm fine. I guess. Huh. Chatbot. One of the following things will happen in the main event of the next MCW episode. It is up to you to choose, to decide, to make bets on which of the following will happen in that main event. A. Someone will literally die. B. There will be a surprise debut during the match. 3. Drugs will be involved directly. 4. Someone will be crippled on screen. Only you can decide what is truth and what is fiction. All 4. The wild card option. Ugh. Huh. Let me check in on the match lengths. Chat, do you just want to know what all of the match lengths so far are? Because all the other matches are, like, done. Like, do you want to be spoiled on that? Is that a thing you want the information on? Maybe if I'm not specific on which matches they are. Main event currently at 1 hour and 9 minutes. So there is that. Another match on the card is 31. Another is 17. Another is nearly 40. And one match is only about 5 minutes. When is the anniversary? The 19th will be the next episode. The anniversary show, which I still need to come up with a name for. I'm thinking Murderversary. Will be on the 19th of this month, which is a bit under 2 weeks. That's 12 days from now. That falls on a Sunday. Hello, Kari. So I do hope you'll enjoy that when it's done. Huh. We can only hope. Faz lays an egg on stream, the 5th wild card. Toddbot, is this true? How'd you burn your hand? The oven rag thing, that one thing that's made from the same material as an oven mitt, but isn't an oven mitt. You know, that thing you just use, it's like cloth that you just hold. Yeah, the lining ran out on that when I was getting something out of the oven. Potterias said no. Ouch, kabibbles. Ah. It's a whole massive prospect. The suffering, the agony, the torment, the evils be upon them. Something nice to cool it now, right? I ran it under some cold water. It's mostly just numb now. Boy, wife, Faz. Kind of squishy if I just press on the finger a bit with my thumb. Like, I can feel it, the resistance of me squishing it down. It's an odd feeling. Bizarre one. Get a blister yet? The texture of, like, the end of my left middle finger feels kind of like a blister. It's, like, very, very slightly swollen. Like, not even noticeable. But I can feel it. And that's the sensation that I'm feeling. It's a whole process, I'm afraid. It's just a whole lot of nothing. You know, Chathany, since I'm here anyway, I may as well, like, unfold this damn Miku that I have. Because it is enormous. In size and scope. And she's winking at me and everything, and she's like a succubus. It is massive. As are those honkers, my god. I have no idea where to put this. I have no idea where to put that. It's too goddamn big. Maybe I can get some brackets? Chat, what are... Because it has, like, those two, like, metal circle things at the top, like a curtain. Is Sen available for a surprise wrestling lecture? I very much doubt it. Chat, what are the name of those brackets you use for curtains? They have, like, a specific name, don't they? Maybe I can get, like, some of those and hang it from the ceiling for this? I could do that. And then it would be like a nice divider from my space here to where the door is. Chill on Sen server using your burned hands as pity baggage.
Oh god, the suffering.
You know, I heard an old wives' tale once that you should butter up your hands if you burn them. Is that complete bullshit? I just assumed that would be painful. Very bad idea.
Cooking and eating my own hand live on stream.
Oils and fats would hold in the heat.
Everything is painful. Ha! It's a whole process, isn't it?
Anything going on the planet, Chathany, that you want to talk about? Anything in particular? Anything egregious happening on my planet without my permission? The ethics of bullying user Sen. He would fit into my mini fridge. The figure is watching the stream from where I placed him. I hope everyone likes this year's Spookmas model. I think you should. I think it'll go well. It's got some free use texture stuff. It's got some, like, vanilla Vroid texture stuff that I edited. I think it came out nice. You're gonna fridge him? He needs to be safe. Inside the lead-lined container. Only to be thawed out when the time is right. Remember when Mr. Boss gave them a little figure of himself? Sen is the size of that little figure. Here's this little picture of your post, OP. I want you to have it. Gah. Draw it in mating press. You draw? Kyle Rayner. Is the fridge the most out-of-nowhere bit DC has ever done? I feel like it's gotta be up there, right? Like, it was really sudden. Might be up there. There was that bit where Superman and Donna Troy got, like, mind-controlled and they were gonna make a porno together. That was up there, too. As, like, out-of-left-pocket nonsense. Ugh. If the grape of Wonder Woman came out. Donna Troy wasn't Teen Titans. I think it was Donna Troy. Hang on. Superman Donna Troy. Porno. No, I don't want a link to I'm hentai. It's not what I want. Mind control. For the love of God, I can never find this comic anytime I bring it up. They get mind controlled by, like, some sleazy, like, psychic dude, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna make some porn now. And then I'm gonna get rich. Insane comic book. There is no update on Spider-Man, by the way. I did not watch more last night. I will probably do that tonight. And then I'll get back to you about whatever other nonsense goes on in that show. Dude, Harry is barely in that show until, like, the most recent thing he was in with Green Goblin. He's tertiary at best as an on-screen presence before that episode, and that's in Season 3. What are the odds of Buffy having some random obscure bullshit? If they pull from Buffy's comics, there's probably something stupid in there, yeah.
Ugh.
Considering how good they all look. Chat, have either Marvel or DC made one of their, like, superheroines make an OnlyFans yet in universe? Has that happened? I feel like one of them is gonna do that. I strongly feel like they're gonna do that if they haven't already. No? Imagine the restraint. Chat, I have an addiction. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Japanese cosplay cafe's been in America and even more sleazy. Yeah, I suppose. Where a female hero mind changed one of the other heroes to be gay. That was X-Men. That was Jean Grey making Iceman gay. I feel like there's a superhero that did that, and it's not Marvel or DC. Are you thinking of Stripperella? Is that what you're thinking of? Known Stan Lee joint Stripperella? Why did they think that was a good idea? Because it's progressive! God, I'm old. Buffy is canon to COD zombies, and witnessed users very dishonestly try to scale some zombie characters to outerversal. Was it Buffy specifically? I thought it was just Sarah Michelle Gellar. Was it actually Buffy? The last good year of American comics was 2010. What happened in 2010? Was that Blackest Night? Was that Black Lantern stuff? Is Iceman Thief's favorite superhero? Yes. Chatbot, which Marvel or DC comic book harlot is most likely to make an OnlyFans? I strongly feel like it'd be Black Cat. I strongly feel that way. That Felicia Hardy would get in on that. She seems like the exact type. Entirety of exposure to post-Black Ops 2 content is through AI presidents, as it should be. Felicia engaging in what? I feel strongly Black Cat would be the character to make an OnlyFans. If it's gonna be anyone, I feel like it's gonna be Black Cat. Harley? No, Harley's just literally whoring herself. That's what they have Harley Quinn doing nowadays. People that write Harley Quinn comics in current year write her going to, like, comic conventions and letting fanboys run a train on her in front of their dog. That is what that character has been reduced down to. How is everyone? I'm dying. It keeps happening. Jesus Christ. Have a run of hooking up with Bruce like that one fanfic in Space Battles in this crap. I always thought there was untapped potential for doing a run of Harley joining the Titans. Because I think she's only like 5 years ish older than Dickard. Maybe 7, somewhere around that ballpark. Smonk caffeine and sugar, and was only a little bit sick. Have you eaten a food? All the porn memed it into reality. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds about right for DC. Ugh. Who the fuck is Kid Juggernaut? It seems nonsensical. This seems like nothing. The only Volcel Batman believer on planet Earth. You remember when the Injustice comics wrote Catwoman really, really well? Like, they legitimately wrote her fantastically. And then the game came out and her arcade ending was her getting married to Bruce and then dumping him? What the fuck was her problem? I made the Fruit Loop Crispy Treats. I never understood the cereal Crispy Treat stuff. You think Marvel saw that Iceman cutaway from Family Guy and said to themselves, yeah, that's a good idea, let's do that. I unfortunately have to live in a world where people believe that Seth MacFarlane's body of work is, like, of quality and should be copied in any fashion, so probably. Chat, did you know they made Orange Creamsicle Cap'n Crunch? I've been eating some the last few days. That shit's amazing. It's like crack. It's incredible. That's proper drugs. Gah. I bought some? Yes. They are a single-brained organism. That's how it should be. Ah. Did we discuss how they had Meg kill off the chicken? At what point do people that make shows go, okay, we need to stop making this fucking show because we have nothing else to do now? The best thing to come out of that is someone replied to it with that bit from Yu Yu Hakusho where Kuwabara shows up at Yusuke's funeral. It's like, yeah, this is how Peter's gonna show up to the chicken's funeral. Not until he comes out here and fights me! You think you can just run away? Who am I gonna fight now? Expecting a Watto-level backlash? God, I hope so. Andy! Andy, I'm your father! I can't believe they thought it was a good idea to have Darth Vader do that to his own father. It was woman appreciation box, but all I could see was the bisexual colors. I guess me and my 3 friends who are 3 years older are boomers. Yes. Have they ever used Watto for anything positive? In, like, that comic shit? Anything? No? Chat, is Watto in the more recent LEGO Star Wars stuff? Can you play as Watto in that game? And do Watto combos? Make a sexual boomer shooter game, call it Coomer Shooter. Untapped market. And unlike the guy that makes H-Doom, you don't have to be a moral busybody about the things you put in your game about raping demons. Allegedly, Coom comes out at 27 miles per hour. Rookie numbers. It's a whole process. Fingers. They're snapping, cracking, and popping. Dyslexia. Yes.
A bit worse than that.
Fingers got springers. Imagine. I don't want to. Watch the new Smiling Friends yet? No, I've been dying. Haven't had time. I did drive around for about an hour today. So there is that. And it's getting a bit easier on me to, like, gauge exactly how, like, weight distribution and gravity affect doing that. Okay, if I'm going up a hill at this angle, then I need to hold down the pedal like this to maintain this amount of speed. While I'm taking a corner and going up this hill, I only let off the gas when I'm over the halfway point, and then I start braking while I keep turning that corner. Ori taxi. Ori the driver. You're okay, get in! Being both autistic and dyslexic in your hyperfixation is a grammatical error. Found out I liked Big Macs, so he would order them for me while I was working, which was cool, till I stopped liking Big Macs. Never liked them like that. What is actually on a Big Mac? I've never had a Big Mac. How you doing? Hope your hand's recovering. It'll take a couple days. Which I don't stream tomorrow, so I guess that works out. We'll see. Bread, lettuce, some special sauce, and bread. Not too fond of lettuce. Not too fond of Satan's greenery. Same mac sauce and Thousand Island dressing are the same thing, those people lie. The meat is the same as the ones in the cheeseburger. I was always told the Big Mac was made from orphan meat. I was lied to.
My spine is compressing in on itself.
Ride has added me in a picture of Midna eating a cookie. Why is she fat? Huh. I have the muscle memory of making them still. Good. You'll get an apron. That'll be your job at home. Rate the creature in lobby. Very strong. Very strong creature. I give it a 9. Creature looks like it would probably start screaming egg when you confront it. See the Mexico Midna thing I found? When she's in the sombrero? Good meme, by the way. Fantastic. Never stop doing it. Additional options of bacon, ketchup, and extra cheese. Not too fond of onion. Don't put onion on the burger. I will not eat the burger if it has an onion. Or a tomato, or a lettuce, or a mustard. Who is taller, Midna without the helmet or Sen without shoes? I'm going to say Sen without his shoes. They give him an extra foot at least. Hate mustard? Same! Arissa, she loves the mustard. She hates ketchup, though. No idea what's going on in her head. More for me, but you're missing out. You're missing out on getting choked out for eating onion. You sicken me. Huh. Can you name 5 people shorter than Sen?
No.
Things with vinegar in them taste sweet. Isn't vinegar the thing that Muriel always puts in her things? As like, this is the secret ingredient? And then I think it's Katz who kidnaps her and is like, tell me the secret ingredient, you old bag. And he doesn't find out until the end of the episode while he's getting, like, mincemeated by, like, a trash compactor or something. Crispy onion Whopper today, high quality. Habitually use both ketchup and mustard on glizzies. What is wrong with you? Godless behavior. Which of your autistic obsession a girlfriend would have, which you pick? Which one of your autistic obsessions a girlfriend would have, which should you pick? Because, like, my hyperfixation stuff can change, and I'll get a new one every few months. So it really just depends on what time of the year, I guess. My burgers usually have between 1 to 3 beef patties, cheese, ketchup, bacon, and just about any bun. Jesus Christ. I would have thought wrestling for you. In my experience, women that are into professional wrestling are not the type of people I would want to associate with on any personal level. Not typically. What am I being summoned for? Sen! Sen, do you know the difference between a Hurricane Rana, a Poison Rana, and a Head Scissors takedown? Answer the question. Cheese, pickles, disgusting. Caramelized onions, sickening. And ketchup. I feel like I know this, but going to say not 100%. Okay, a Hurricane Rana is the thing where you, like, get on top of a dude's shoulders and you backflip while squeezing down on his head so he flips with you and he lands, like, on his head or, like, on the back of his neck or something, right? A Poison Rana is that same thing, except you're behind his head. So he's flipping backwards instead of that. Okay? A Frankensteiner is that, except you make sure that you're spiking them on their head. And a Head Scissors takedown is that, except you're using your heels and you're, like, to the side of them and flipping them to the side. And if you call any of these except for the Frankensteiner a Frankensteiner in front of Scott Steiner, he will fight you. Okay. Now we're gonna go over different types of suplexes, okay? Now, you know what a suplex is in your head, right? Okay, if you lift a guy up clean over your head and his, like, legs are extended in the air and all that, that's a vertical suplex, right? If you hold him there, it's a delayed vertical suplex. Alright? If you hook one of his legs down, like you grab down on one of his legs, that's a fisherman suplex. Okay? If you grab a guy like bear hug style and you got your arms around like his waist and you throw him over your own head, that's belly to belly suplex. Do that same thing behind him, that's a belly to back suplex, right? Okay, now if you're kind of to the side of the guy and you reach your arms behind him and latch onto the front of him around the waist, and then you toss him that way so he lands on his back, that's a gut wrench suplex, right? Okay? You're with me on that, yeah? Okay. Now, if you're behind the guy and you pick him up and you just slam him down behind you over your shoulder so he lands on his, like, back of his neck, that's a back suplex. If you're behind him and you, like, wrap your arms around the front of his waist and then you toss him over your head like that, that's a German suplex. If you let go midway through the toss so he flies farther, that's a release German suplex. Okay? If you're in the front of the guy and you pick him up for, like, the vertical, but you drop him on his face, that's an inverted suplex. Okay? You with me? Are you following? This is going to be on the test. Okay, if you get a guy into, like, a full Nelson position... Wow. Nightbot really fucking hates Ninja. If you get a guy in, like, a full Nelson position, right? You know what a full Nelson is, right? When you, like, get behind the guy? My ass will not be taking tests. This is gonna be on the test, and you're gonna be grounded if you don't pass it. Okay, if you're behind the guy, right, and you get your arms maneuvered in front of his shoulders, and then you lock your hands behind his head, that's a full Nelson, right? If you then pull back and launch the man behind you over your own head from this position, that's a dragon suplex. That's what that is. I pay taxes. No, you don't. All right. Now here's what not to do if you're found in the dead heat of summer and you find yourself outside a club or other similar establishment in the dead of night in the scorching hot summer, preferably in the 90s. You never go anywhere by yourself. You make sure that you're armed, and you always have your keys ready. Make visual aids for the stream proper. Watch out for Bulbasaurs. It's not the Bulbasaur that you need to worry about, it's the Machokes. It's men that look like Machokes you need to look out for when it comes to the scorching hot summer. Advanced round Canadian Destroyer versus Code Red. That is some advanced learning. Alright, now we're gonna learn the difference between a Skull Crusher and a Spike. You think Sen could do a Code Red? I would hope so, yeah. You think about that sequence Darby and, like, Osprey did sometimes? I think about it from time to time as my days go on. hidden blade into Stormbreaker, countered into the code red, into the pin. That shit was magic. Show him Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher. Senboy me lad, how do you do with real life blood in wrestling? How do you do if a guy is like bleeding like a gusher in the wrestling match and they finish the wrestling match? I know of code red. Sen, how would you feel if you were watching a wrestling match in which a man gouged into another man's ear until it pierced it with a fork? Live on pay-per-view. I've seen it. Good! Ukraine war videos, and I am not squeamish. So that's how you get your kicks. Necro Butcher is based. You're goddamn right. One of the worst goats ever! Average spicy John Moxley match. Man, he took the nails in that, like, piece of wood that Copeland gave him just straight into the back, and it was embedded in there for a solid minute, huh? That did happen. And Swerve getting needles in various matches. It's been a while since I've seen the bit. Did Hangman put the needle through Swerve's cheek? Or did he just inject it into his gums? It's been a while. Did it actually go all the way through? Completely through. This isn't wrestling. Children are watching. Ugh. Not too fond of Twitter users moral friending about professional wrestling. You know, when it's called a death match of any kind, I kind of expect a lot of violence myself. Unprotected chair shot right after. It was the best. It was amazing. It could be worse. Dante Martin, your leg on a ladder. Jesus Christ. I remember when we watched that, because we watched it a day after it happened, and we all knew that he, like, snapped his leg coming off of the ladder. And we were all getting really hype every time he got up to the top of the ladder. It's like, oh, it's gonna happen! Image of Moxley with a dozen bamboo skewers sticking out of his forehead. There is immortal power in saying yes to having Joe kick you in the head 70 times and drop your skull on the concrete for 10 minutes. It's so violent, it's funny. It's incredible. Spectacular. What if Chris Benoit comes out and all of it was just a bit that got canceled after he committed to the bit? Ah, gotcha. Kayfabe's still alive. Can we pull up that match? I somehow don't think Tony would like that, no. I don't think Tony Khan would allow that. Rate a compilation of CM Punk shoots. Do you mean him getting beamed in the head, him, like, failing at doing the thing he's supposed to do in the match? Or do you mean the shoot interview where he confesses to, like, feigning giving a woman that he knew a chance in the wrestling industry for, like, years at a time so he could, like, leech free rides and gas and, like, snacks off of her? Failing? I think I can just bring up a GIF of that. I think that's a thing I can do. Huh. What an asshole. Right? Ugh. CM Punk. Koala. I must find the koala GIF. I have to find it. It's very important. I found it on Tenor, excuse me. This is important. This is the most important thing I've ever done with my life. Hang on. Hang on. Punk is a piece of shit. Yes! Yes, he is. Yeah, good job, Phil. Good job, Phil. It's why you're the best in the world, Phil. Oh, yeah, look at him go. Incredible. The koala scared him. Sesame Street has a game with the Silent Hill camera in it. When you say Silent Hill camera, my brain defaults to that bit in the first game where you turn the corner in the alley. And the camera tracks you from, like, the corner of the alley. Incredible bit of camera work, by the way. Is Joe versus Necro Butcher copyrighted? It has to be. It's, like, not possible for it to not be. Right? It's free on the IWA YouTube channel. Why is it just a still image? Is it because I didn't go directly to Tenor with it? It probably is. Oh God, making me do everything in the world. And then go straight to Tenor with it. Yeah, there it is. Now it's moving. Yeah, good job, Phil! Good job, man! That's how you get those ice cream bar monies. Look at him go! What an incredible worker! The best in the world! Look at him! What craftsmanship! What mastery of the squared circle! You know, for Punk not being in the company for a very long time in the grand scheme of things as like an on-screen presence, I think he has more on, like, televised botches than anyone else on that roster. I really think he does. Jade Cargill holds that record by 3 digits. Of course it would be a void. Show the Joe ones. I'll see what I can do. Can I find this in GIF form? that a thing I can even find? Maybe. Possibly. I don't want to save it as a video, goddammit. Why is it an MP4 file? I don't want it to be an MP4. That doesn't help me. No, I don't think I can do it for that one. Unfortunate, I know. What an incredible worker. You can see why people love him so much, and why they believe he is the greatest wrestler on Earth. Chat, are people that watch WWE actively still pretending that Punk's wife is a good wrestler? Are they still doing that? Or have they moved on to other things? What is the state of things over there currently? Start Sen out with that? It'd be a weird one, wouldn't it be? Ranting and raving about nothing for an hour plus. It's a bizarre series of events, I know. Ha! My lungs. God. There is some good shit in that DGen art channel. My God. That's some quality work. Huh. Other than that, nothing else is really happening. Huh. I'm being a middle manager is what I am, doing the works. How middle manager are we talking? Are you doing that thing where you're trying to work on something, but the two people you're working on it with aren't actually talking to each other, so you have to relay information between the two of them? Are you doing that? Directing and instructing. Huh. They're still treating Rhea Ripley as a lesbian icon despite having a husband. What? Feel like I need an oversized cigar? They make novelty oversized cigars, right? Comedy photo in lobby. Jade Cargill, trained by A.R. Fox, Bryan Danielson, Dustin Rhodes, Mark Henry, QT Marshall, Sanjay Dutt, William Regal, and the WWE Performance Center. Jesus! It took that much, and that's the best she got out of it, huh? That's the best she can manage after all that. Got recommended a bunch of YouTube shorts of lighters through the years. I don't even smoke. You know, you say that. You say that. However, as we're all well aware by now, and should be well aware in the grand scheme of things, smoking has been making a dramatic comeback. As you should be aware. Don't hold it in, it doesn't do it. Lighters are used for more than smoking, like lighting mannequins on fire. I did once inhale until the pen burned my lungs. You know, I've never smoked anything, like, at all. Like, I was offered pot once, like, nah. I don't do that. Had an out-of-body experience? That tends to happen with chemical things. Ugh. Andrew, sit on the bed like a civilized man. There you go. I need my lungs to do voices, so I don't do it, really. You do those things. I don't know why I can, like, voice act like garbage at, like, a consistent rate. Like, I did the FF7 playthrough. I streamed all of that with a new threat mod, and my voice was mostly fine doing that. 1,000-page Google Doc. It took her that long, huh? Give me the garbage! It's, You mean to tell me drama on the internet is nonsensical? Voice works very well for a few characters like Susie. If Anissa joined us for that stream, I probably would have rather she done Susie. I feel like she can do that type of voice much better than I could ever do. Huh. Like, when we did 7, I really liked the voice stuff I did for Sid and Vincent specifically. Maybe a little bit of Barrett. Previous actions were pretty fuck and already contradictory. As I understand that situation, it seemed like she was doing a lot of, like, catty bitchiness and trying to get artists to not work with specific people, and also talking a lot of shit about people behind their back. So, you know, she was a woman. I miss her, bro. I miss Anise too, Thief. But the accident was 3 years ago. You need to let it go. She is only a figment of your imagination. The accident wasn't your fault. Ain't time for these dramas. There's a reason I don't pay much attention to anything that happens on the internet. I got these oversized cigars to smoke. You ever have the idea of just doing random shit around people, specifically to make them worry? Like, I have a flask specifically to do that, despite the fact I don't drink. Just every once in a while, take a sip from it when I'm out somewhere. Just make people worry. Panel of Batman grasping for parents goes. Dracula Flow, Sen is the path. Whose Helldivers 2 streams will Thief join first, Sen's or Anissa's? I don't think Thief's computer could feasibly run Helldivers 2, I'll be honest. And even if it could, I don't think his internet connection would allow him to join anyone. I don't think that's gonna happen. Editing the Rousey Judas image, but with Sen. You know, I have a lot of problems with the Undertale and Deltarune fandom, especially lately. Significant amount of them. With that being said, this will never not be funny to me. I will always find this to be funny. Because it's just ludicrous. It's insane. It's like you're not gonna get through that, man. Fancy cigars from another country that aren't being made anymore and slightly mango-flavored. Skinny little ones. And the friend who has them lets you have one to roll urban. Big fan of Asgore truck. My only gripe with the Asgore truck meme is it's missing the comedic bit from the movie it's taken from. Because in the movie, it's funny because, like, the deer he runs over is, like, clearly not anywhere near the road, and it's in the field next to the road, and he just completely swerves off of the road to hit it. And it's funny as fuck. I bet a few people have that image tattooed on themselves. God, I hope not. But then you don't get deaths running away in vain. We watch open season as a family. There's a lot of things you want us to watch as a family, yet you don't make time for family gatherings. And you were not there the last time I streamed something you wanted to watch, which was Gundam Endless Waltz. Huh. Chicken bits from Sonic for dinner? I had meatball soup and I had garlic bread that I burned my hands to get. I was there for Endless Waltz. No, you weren't. You were not there for Endless Waltz. You specifically said you were busy. I remember. My memory is golden. You're not getting out of this one, Sonny. Pappy remembers. Huh. Wasn't that Christmas? Yes. Streamed 9 straight hours of Christmas films that day. I showed up when the Wing Zero showed up? Likely story. It was me. People got familial obligations and such. There is a fallacy in your argument, you see. As I am your dad, I am the one you should be spending time with more than anyone else upon this earth. Or you're grounded. Huh. Taking 1,000 pages of Discord screenshots over some internet drama, what a fucking loser. Yeah, a little bit. How big is my evidence folder, in case that comes up? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only have 12 pages saved in case that ever comes up. And I think it's more than enough, to be honest. We should do a ranking on dirty crack house kids movies. I know exactly what you're referring to. And yes, we should do that at some point. You're right, Papa. Sorry, Papa. Good girl. Go get Daddy another beer. When are all these hypothetical streams to watch as a family? I recall All Hallows Eve, Twisted Metal, Terrifier, Trilogy, Sleepaway Camp, Waterboy, etc. Who the fuck suggested Waterboy? I don't think the people are clamoring for Waterboy in the year of our Lord 2025. Twerk? Why does Twerk want to watch Waterboy? Is it because Vicky Valancourt is really hot? Or is it no, it's because Big Show's in it, right. I forgot. It's because Big Show's in that movie. He's in that movie for like a minute and a half. Waterboy, the Adam Sandler film. Based on the Saturday Night Live skit. There's only 2 left. You want the big one or the regular one? The small one. I prefer them small, like a cutting board. More sensitive. Huh. Ugh. Check lobby. This version has more Sen energy, even if it's the opposite color scheme. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this thing? Fuck is that? A fucking cat? Ma! Ma, there's a weird fucking cat outside. Looks like Grandma the fucking thing. The funniest part about those videos is the guy that's like yelling over them is Phoebe's boyfriend in Friends. I forget the name of the actor, Michael Rapaport, I think. He was the cop that Phoebe dated for one of the seasons. And then they broke up after they were laying in bed together and there was like a pigeon at their window and he pulled out his pistol and shot it. It was great. Huh. Tier lists for dirty crack house movies, but they had Godzilla Final Wars on there, so ditching this concept. How in God's name is Final Wars a crack house movie? You have any idea the things they watch in crack houses? What is a crack house movie? You wouldn't get it. It becomes so strange every time we do anything. You know that? Opening a crowd poll. What's the first statted monster in my game going to be? That is an excellent question. What do you think is the most common enemy you're gonna have the party encounter? It should probably be that, right? So it would depend on like the nature of the campaign you're running, I guess? But if you do like possessed human, that would be like a lame way to start, right? I'm banking on gremlins. Let's go with gremlins as the first thing to put stats on. System design, not campaign design. Let's go with gremlins as our starting point. And we'll work from gremlins. Hobgoblin? Hobgoblin's a good answer, too. Ever watch Megazone 23? I have not, actually. It's been on my list to watch for a long time. Ninja wants a Kako demon. Chat, are Kako demons like the silliest enemy in Doom? They have to be, right? Like they're cartoonish. It's just a big meatball. Right? Like, it's funny. And he looks at you weird. Made into mascot as time went on. Early anime OVA, so it's great. I can imagine. A lot of bizarre nonsense out in the world. Suggesting me fantasy creatures like it isn't a trench coat. coat and black helicopter supernatural setting. It's 40 years old this year. Age be upon ye! You will feel the hand of Father Time upon your shoulder as each day passes. And you will know that the prime of your life has passed you by. I have a Kako Demon plush base. The shit was old when I was born. And now you will be even older. I'm stuck in that time frame where 40 years ago was the 60s. Yeah, that's what my brain defaults to also. Like, yeah, the 80s wasn't that long ago. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Huh. My mom called me old the other day. That is her job to do. That is what they're for. Chat, I don't think I've washed out this, like, anime girl titty cup in, like, a year. There's probably bacteria. There's probably life inside this thing. Like, there's nothing sugary inside this at all. But there's probably life inside this thing. Like, I would describe the inside of this thing as sweating. Huh. If it was in Thief's bedroom, it's probably his mutant child. Thief, what do you use? Thief, you strike me as a sock kind of man. A blanket. Understandable. Ugh. It's the smallest one of 3. You use the smallest one. The smallest, you say. Interesting. Huh. I do the bleach thing. It's a texture thing! That sounded so much worse than you meant it to. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Why can't you just use your hand? I would imagine, because that would involve a lot of mess. Ugh. Suffering becomes worse and worse as time goes on. Chat, is anything happening on Twitter? Is anything psychotic happening? Am I allowed to call this generation degeneration? That usually doesn't work in context to people that watch wrestling. No more than usual? Let me open Twitter. I had it closed before I started the stream.
Let me see what's happening on the timeline.
The first thing I goddamn see is Matt and Jeff Hardy as they approach seniority, winning tag titles again. Chat, if you're a professional wrestler and you're like consistently winning titles as you approach 50 and you're around that age, more people should call you selfish, I feel. If that's like a consistent thing that's happening in your career at that age. When isn't there a dumpster fire raging? When there's anime titties? Matt Hardy is 51, Jesus Christ. Tag titles when and where? The NXT titles this time. Which I believe means they're holding 2 different sets of tag titles as they approach seniority. That's Mint Phantom's ass. That's pretty nice. It's pretty okay. Thank you for the delicious meal, Mantis X. I will watch that later. I have 3 notifications. What is this? Is it nothing? It seems to be nothing. Huh. Strange life. The only TNA workers allowed to get a win in this partnership are actually WWE workers. TNA management is really bending over backwards to appeal triple bypass, aren't they? Can Pacemaker Paul just get arrested for something already? Please? New EPO chapter today? I'm happy that you're watching your boxing stuff. Your eyes are glued to the page on your boxing drama. Why was there never an EPO Punch-Out clone? Why did that never happen? That sounds like the easiest thing in the world. Triple H isn't involved in the partnership. That would be Tommy Dreamer and Shawn Michaels. What the fuck is Tommy Dreamer doing lately? It's complicated. Is that a copyright thing? Is EPO one of those things that's in weird copyright hell, and that's the reason it's still only, like, syndicated manga stuff? Still only happening? And there hasn't been any adaptation stuff going on in a long time now? No? Nintendo cock-blocking clones? EPO's just slow on the updates. How old is the author for EPO? Is this gonna end up like Miura and Berserk? Imagine telling someone 10 years ago the NXT tag belts will be defended between the Hardys and the Dudleys at Slammiversary. Why the fuck is Bubba Ray Dudley still wrestling? He's 59? He's got some time then. He's got a bit. Chat, is Fire Force something I should look into? Because I only found out recently it's a Soul Eater prequel. And that piqued my interest. Is that something I should look at? still in the retired arc, but also everyone is like,
Is this man really retired?
don't boxers typically retire before they're 30? Been that way for years? No? Huh. I need a new chair. So in Epo, a guy was like, are you gonna go on a rant for like 40 minutes like I did about Spider-Man yesterday? You should do that more often. You need to rant about your hyperfixations to an alarmingly long degree. That's real content. Soulful. Epo, I am 29 years old. I only got one shot at the world title. The Dudleys will be the first and only team to have 3 retirement matches in TNA. I'm old, Epo. Check Sen's general chat. Alright, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Dad's old. Dad needs to check on something. Yeah! There we go. There we go. That's better. There we go. George Foreman won a belt at 45 even. Modern boxing is a work, there is no age gate. It really comes off that way a lot nowadays, doesn't it? Thief sending me a meme featuring Konota being impregnated with L's child, and their child... Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that tracks. That's exactly what that is. If you can take a punch and not get gassed, I feel like I could do fine. I feel strongly I could defeat that pack of coyotes that hangs out around here. I feel like I could do that with little effort. I think I just need a stick. I'll be fine. I feel I can survive up to round 7. In a fight? That is what I said, yes. That's why I use the word defeat. I get punched and I start crying a little bit. It's okay. The world does need sissies now and then for other purposes. You'll do fine. Chat, are we at a point as a society where, like, the usual suspects are trying to claim the term sissy as a slur of some kind? Have we reached that point yet, like they did with, like, trap? No? Still hasn't happened? I'm surprised. Why are you asking him if he's into getting belly punched? I don't think the donkey punch works on dudes. I don't think that works on men. Getting punched in the gut is a core training, sorta. If you get punched in the gut enough, then you'll be immune to getting punched in the gut. It's like that guy on, I think it was 4chan a few years ago, that said he was just shooting himself with, like, minuscule caliber bullets until such a time as it no longer hurt him to get shot with that caliber of bullet. And he said he was gonna start moving up in caliber from there. And then he never posted again, and I can imagine why. Ugh. You are a femboy, get belly punched. Is that like the same kind of thing with those images of Astolfo getting kicked in the dick? There's like multiple pictures of like different girls from Fate kicking Astolfo in the balls. Shooting a guy with a 50 cal and he just looks at you dead in the eyes. Bro thought he could take a white phosphorus round. You remember that bit in Spec Ops: The Line where you have to white phosphorus like some terrorists? And then after you white phosphorus the terrorists, you go to the place that you white phosphorus and there were also civilians there and you're meant to feel really bad. And it's like looking at a bunch of ash babies. And it's the funniest thing ever. Oops! Wrestle Dream, John Moxley, and Darby Allin are just going to pull guns out and start shooting each other. I'm surprised there's not more literal gun that happens in blood feuds in wrestling. Every once in a while it pops up for like comedic stuff, and there was Brian Pillman back in the day. Like, with the way some wrestling stuff escalates the deathmatch feud stuff, I'm astonished that it just doesn't come up where it's like, ah, you put my wife in a coma, I guess this is it. Doing I Quit with Moxley Darby is a greater idea than exploding. Before they said it was going to be an I Quit match, I thought they were gonna end up doing the exploding ring. I thought if they were ever gonna do it again, it would be this. It's like, no, the I Quit works better. Yeah, you're right. Mexican wrestling clip of someone's gimmick being Jesus and force choking people. I saw that too, that was great! Moxley has tapped twice and Darby has never tapped from memory. Yeah, I don't think he ever has. He's been choked out and the match was called from that. That's happened like at least a few times. Never actually tapped. Vince versus Jesus when? Chat, I've asked this before. In pure kayfabe, did Vince actually wrestle God or was he just making fun of Sean? Strictly in terms of kayfabe. Making fun of Sean. Took it as him making fun of Sean. If wrestling's fake, explain this. You remember, like, last year when that clip of Ospreay hidden blading a guy in the back of the head and then just keeps elbowing him in the back of the head was going around on Twitter? And people thought it was 100% real? It's like, arrest this man, he's crazy! Because I'm, like, half focused, what the fuck did that image come from? Don't worry about it. Very certain Vince is an atheist. No, I bet you anything Vince is Catholic, and the reason he's Catholic is because he thinks he would be able to beat God in a fist fight. I guarantee you. And the wrestler in that clip died mysteriously? What? What happened? Curious Chapman. Curtis Chapman? Curtis Chapman. Curtis Chapman. Curtis Chapman. Curtis Chapman. Professional wrestler. Died December 29th, 2023. Holy shit. Mystery surrounds death of professional wrestler. Was found dead by staff at the Ibis Hotel in Portsmouth. Jesus Christ. That's a weird one. All right. What the Christ? Sen has sent me a meme featuring Banjo, and it appears to be some disgusting, horrible, leprechaun-like creature who sickens me more and more every day, saying, "I fucking hate you and hope you die." And Banjo is playing with his little trains going, "Gah." It's Pat. That was the joke. Ah. Stretch my back out, Christ. I'm old. Who's retiring, Edge or Christian? I very much doubt they're not going to retire together, I'll be honest. I think they're going to retire at the exact same time, when it finally happens. And I know Copeland's out right now filming stuff, and that's why they had to write him off by, like, having his wife get the shit kicked out of her on a pay-per-view. Which I have no idea what Christian's, like, gonna be doing for the bulk of time until he's back from that. How long does it take to film something like that? Like how long does it take to film a Percy Jackson? Like 4, 5 months? They're gonna have simultaneous heart attacks in that ring. I don't think Edge and Christian, of all wrestlers, are gonna be susceptible to heart attacks, I'll be honest. I feel like the moment you play any Armored Core game, Sen's gonna latch onto you like a facehugger and yap through the entire stream. I'll tell you what, I'll stream Armored Core 1. If, and only if, Sen, my boy, streams Nekopara. I'll stream Armored Core 1 if Sen streams Nekopara. Christian's in the greatest shape of his life. Yeah, he is! And he still wears a sleeveless turtleneck to flex more on them. Because people assumed it was because he was out of shape. Nah! That man is, like, jacked. There's a funny story about me and Nekopara. I feel like everyone has a funny story about Nekopara. Christian's only had concussion problems. Feel Edge would more likely retire due to serious health problems. Because I think his neck stuff has been fine, right? What's Nekopara? Nekopara is a visual novel from an artist called Sayori who wanted to make a visual novel thing with, like, her Catgirl OCs. There are 7 of them, I want to say? There's 7 Catgirls over the course of that, like, 5-volume... Is it 5? I think it's 6 now. Is it 5? Is it 6? I think they're working on 6. So there's, like, 7 Catgirls plus the protagonist's little sister, who's like a 10-year-old lolly girl, right? And you fuck all of them over the course of those volumes. And it has some of the highest end CG art I have ever seen. It's impeccable. It's wonderful. It's a work of art. Huh. We got cats of all flavors around here. Play Armored Core 3 since it's the best of one of the old gens. But if I haven't played an Armored Core 1, how could I play an Armored Core 3? Checkmate, atheists. I have seen both of these gun clips, Meto. I am aware of both of those gun clips for wrestling. Is Brian Pillman the last time serious he has a gun came up in a wrestling thing ever? Has it been that long? When was Pillman has a gun? Hang on. Hang on. Pillman has a gun. 96 was Pillman has a gun. Has it been 30 years? WCW where the cops pulled guns on Hogan in 98. That's still too long. Austin used the Joker gun on Vince in that one segment of 99. Right! I always forget the Joker gun. Fork? I don't think I've ever asked you or talked about it with you. WWF used to be, like, alarmingly high quality. Like some of the best television ever created. What actually happened? What was the deciding factor of change that made it like complete and utter dog shit? Is there any one thing that can be pointed to? Was it just Vince went crazy? Is that it? Oh, crazier, but you know what I mean. Was it just he got so out of touch that he didn't even know what people liked? Was it Laurinaitis? Was it Laurinaitis getting involved in anything? Check lobby? Okay. Finished a lot of back-end work and direction. Now I can rest, think about Lilith, maybe watch a video, think about Lilith, could do Final Fantasy XIV dailies. I'd like to point out the thing before he sent me was Lilith's fat ass getting smacked. I just wanted to point that out. Good shit. Instead of one writer creating all the storylines, they ballooned it into an entire writer's room. You can't leak DMs like that. How dare you? I can leak worse things. There are worse things I could leak from my DMs. Laurinaitis didn't get hired until after WCW was bought out. You better not link redacted. Ugh. Jesus God. I'm old. Easy to read. The glowy mind virus. Vince centralized power to himself and his goon squad, and Vince was never a great creative mind. That would track, wouldn't it? Like, I remember the early stages of the PG era still being, like, fine-ish. Like, I remember 08 and 09 being okay. And then, like, around 2010 was when the WWE became, like, basically unwatchable, except for, like, very certain things. And, like, it had hills where the quality would go up in. Like, Punk versus Cena was, like, fantastic, and Bryan finally winning the goddamn title was pretty good. And then just... Wait, how did all of that happen? And what the fuck was going on in Vince's head to cause it to happen? The WWF roster was far smaller, so they were able to get everyone at least 30 seconds of TV time through the week of content. Like Beaver. You remember Cleavage Beaver? A decline in naturally occurring stars and a mandate that nobody should ever be bigger than the company after Vince was burnt by Rock and Austin leaving. It really was just spite, wasn't it? Jesus. Sen has DM'd me a thingy of the thingy he's working on. Why like the Japanese, like, sliding doors? I don't know if they have an actual name or not. I got an ad. Do you answer the question? I don't know. Did I answer the question? What was the question? What's your favorite Gundam? Oh! Wing Zero. I like Wing Zero. Myself. Close runner-up would be Burning / God Gundam. Hey, Sen. Sen boy me lad. Since you're here... Since you're here... Sen, I have been meaning to, like, get some direct comparison from you for a while. If I can find something here. Hang on, let me scroll through my goddamn phone's backlog. Yeah, there it is. Sen, what is the size comparison here for yourself? Be honest. Like, be for real. What is the size comparison? Be honest. You see the real grade Wing Zero? Yeah, it looked fucking sick. Unfortunately, I'd rather get, like, figures of, like, fat titties than Gundam stuff. Guys like Austin, who set a target he knew he could hit and exploded completely on his own merits, have been a rarity for a very long time, and Austin's big run was roughly 6 years, as opposed to the 2 decades of Rollins-style booking of today. I found out that Rollins and Punk have basically been feuding for, like, 2 years straight. It's like, what? Why is this company so creatively bankrupt? Hard to tell because I'm shorter. Understandable. A simple answer. A likely answer. Afraid to compare and contrast. The fiery rage of a backyard barbecue. Like more simple mobile suits? What's the... There's a specific Gundam I'm thinking of that looks really sleek and doesn't have much in the way of angles. I don't remember the name of it. It's like, yeah, that one's pretty okay. Ugh. What was its features? I don't recall. Kyle Fletcher is the only immediate modern example I can pull of a guy laying it down and exploding like that. He's been fantastic. He's been impeccable. Apparently they were gonna run Fletcher versus Kenny, but like Kenny's just like dying. So they can't really do that right now. Is it a proper Gundam unit? I think it was a Gundam, specifically, yes. It was sleek and it didn't have many angles to it. Real size, by the way. God, I'm exhausted and I'm dying inside. Fan of Gundam Barbados? Barbados is pretty alright. Do you think Sen would smooch the Metroplex if he could reach that high? Ugh. Stop yawning, you son of a bitch. Ugh. Did you play the 2 Transformer shooter games? If I'm gonna stream a Transformers game, it's gonna be, Devastation. That was the name. Because I think that and, the PS2 Armada game are the only Gundam games I've actually played. I never played War for Cybertron. Never did it. Ugh! God! Why am I yawning all of a sudden? GTA 4 shaders, I need to complete the RV. Based!
And maybe it'll all be together, as it should be.
Figure out everything else. When will they make a Gundam Transformers crossover just for me? That happened in an episode of Death Battle, but you refuse to acknowledge that. Huh. Great Grimgerd? Grimgerd? Grimgerd. Grimgerd? Grimgerd. Grim Fandango. Most of Death Battle isn't that good. It's like fantastic half the time, and then it's mediocre like 30% of the time. And the other 20% is like complete and utter dog shit. It's a whole thing. Lobby the Second. Oh yeah, that thing's great. Yeah, that thing kicks ass. Impeccable. Amazing in its design. My eye itches. Ugh. He has arm blades, like Jehuti. I should stream Zone of the Enders. I should really stream Zone of the Enders, shouldn't I? That's a thing I should do. You have a good night, Ninja. Try not to die. Don't get arrested.
Ah. Hmm. 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 Is there anything in the world happening on Twitter.com right now immediately? That's very nice, Hatsune Miku, goddammit. Goddamn auto-refresh website, hang on. I need to find that. That was gold. That was a diamond in a coal mine. What happened? I need to... There you are. Fuck, that's good. That's some high-quality shit right there. Did it have a standard Gundam color scheme? I think it was mostly just white. Maybe a bit of gold, but I don't remember anything else. I believe. Was it Unicorn? What does Gundam Unicorn look like? Hang on. Gundam Unicorn. This looks close, but I remember it not having this many angles. And I don't remember the, like, black trim stuff it has going on. I don't think it was this, but maybe I'm misremembering. I got into an argument about Miku porn with some dude, and I found out he was mutuals with multiple children. You mean to tell me that people that bitch about the age of fictional characters have skeletons in their closets, so they're auto-correcting, over-correcting in every way possible? Imagine my shock! Ranting and raving. The software of Miku, and he told me to stop doing mental gymnastics. We need to open the asylums back up across the entire country. That'll solve a lot of problems. I strongly feel this way. Still need to work on that drawing of Senna. Still gotta do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I could. Need to get back to it. Did it have any special weapons? I think it just punched. I think. I made 5 pancakes for breakfast. I had a banana nut muffin. I feel like we're about 5 seconds away from one of you going, "You dumbass, that's Robotech." Eh. Did it have a mustache? I don't think, no. You dumbass, that's Macross. You will refer to it by its Christian name, goddammit. It wasn't Turn A Gundam, was it? Strapping user Ori to the Wolverine nuke. I love that fucking picture, dude. Just Wolverine screaming while he's strapped to a nuclear warhead taking off. Check mod chat, that's Turn A. It was about this smooth, but the colors weren't right, and it does not have a mustache thing. Like, it was mostly white. I think its head was a bit taller than this. So I don't think that was it. I don't believe. You'll refer to the show as its God-given Christian name. The name of the show is Tokyo Mew Mew. No. No, it is not. Wolverine surviving being nuked. At some point, didn't they literally make Wolverine immortal? They did that at one point, right? Like, he cut a deal with Satan to be actually immortal. Turn X? Check again. This looks a lot closer to what I'm thinking of. This. That second one here? That's a lot closer to what I'm thinking of, but it had like a blue visor. And it didn't have that thing on its back. And I don't think it had this many circles on it in its design. Hang on. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. Oh, I'm gonna die. Huh. Have I been at this for 2.5 hours? Jesus Christ. How did I accomplish that? Surprised my lungs aren't actively bleeding. Some of these things on this Twitter is easy on the eyes. And then every once in a while I see something appalling. That's the thief, 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 thief. There. Jesus Christ. Holy God. Wow. Fuck, dude. Huh. I was about 2 steps away from doing that werewolf bit with the girl on stage. Christ! Woo! Huh. Ugh. Need to focus on life again. Life altering. Couldn't finish the bowl of food and now I have the hiccups. You need to be in a state where you can just down an entire pizza by yourself. In like 20 minutes flat at best. How long has that been there? How long has what been there? What are you talking about? What are you referring to? Explain. Everything is the same as it's always been. Huh. It doesn't seem to exist. I have no idea what you could be referring to. More in mod chat. You know you can post this shit in lobby. And not confuse the audience. Neither of those are right either. That is also not correct. That is also a big wrong. Huh. Your girlfriend is in the background of your stream, and the thing that doesn't exist is my ability to put down whole pizza at once. What? Huh. She's suffering from schizophrenia. She's seeing things that aren't there. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Huh. Posted guesses in lobby too. Colors aren't right. Too many angles. Too much gold, way too many angles, and stuff on the back. I think it had like a visor that's that shape though. Like the T-shaped, like Mandalorian visor thing. I think it had something like that, but it was like blue. A visor for a Gundam? It was like the T-shape thing. You know the one? Watch it be a GM. Chat, good news. Dark Side of the Ring has been renewed for a 7th season. Finally, some good news for the world. Water is wet. I would hope so. Was it Tall Geese 3? What does Tall Geese 3 look like? Tall Geese 3. No, too bulky. Watch it be someone's fucking Gundam OC, I'm thinking. What a bizarre life I live. My spine seems to be shattered. You'd see it in an animation or a figure. I think it was a drawing. I think it was just like it was of the same rough quality as like, hang on. Where the fuck is... Like it looked like a cell render. Dear Christ in heaven. Gundam Aerial. Let me check. Gundam Aerial. I think this has too many angles on it. I don't think that was it, no. Wawa. Wawa? Where? Check Oriards, I left something cursed in there. Okay. That's not bad is what that is. That's not terrible. That's not awful in any fashion, to be honest. That's alright. Don't care for the WebP format. I can fix that, though. Do 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 do. Save as JPEG. And then delete the WebM. Hmm. Hmm. So I do one of these, and then I just work on it on my lonesome. Huh? Now that's real fucking neato. Eventually there'll be a thing going on in the world. A miracle of technology will make this more in line. Huh. How did we get to this, by the way? How did we even arrive at this with this Gundam thing? I remember I told you my favorite Gundam design was Wing Zero and close runner-up was Burning/God Gundam. How did we arrive at trying to figure this out? I don't even recall. I said I liked simpler Gundams? Is that how that happened? You mentioned that you also liked this one. Barely recall anything. That was a Megabot, dipshit! Strange life. Bizarre, I would say. Psychotic, in the grand scheme of the universe. Absolutely absurdist, in every fashion. Huh? My lungs. My poor, poor lungs. I'm getting an orange drink from the fridge. Yeah. This is the third can I've had this stream. And I didn't even need to piss before the stream. Going to be a very eventful post-stream. You have a good one, Valor. Don't forget to wash your foreskin. How long ago did you see it? I don't know, like a decade, maybe? Huh. Chad, I can plainly say that my hands no longer hurt. I've still got the numbness in my left index fingertip. Index? Middle. So this shouldn't take long to heal, I don't think. So there is that. Like, the reason we're not playing Blood right now, instead of this, like, 2.5 hours of talking about nothing, is because I tried to WASD before the stream, and it's like, fuck, that hurts, I can't do that. So we should be good for the next stream. Should be fine, then. Hams. Yes. Sister, did you notice the title of the stream? Did you acknowledge that at any point? I don't remember. I burned my fucking hands on the oven. So I can't really play anything. Or at least I thought I couldn't, but I'm mostly fine right now. I guess first-degree burns aren't as bad as I remember them being. Check lobby 2. How'd you manage that? I don't know the exact name of the thing. You know that, like, oven-proof rag thing you can get? It's like a piece of cloth it's basically an oven mitt, but it's not like a glove at all. Apparently the lining inside that had just worn out at some point, and I was getting some garlic bread out of the oven. And it's like, oh, this really hurts! A lot! So that's life. Check lobby 2. I don't think it had the big shoulder pads, and I think the chest is too angular on this. And I don't remember blue. That's a lot closer to my memory, though. What, is that not working now either, or did that actually go off? Did that go through? Oh god, I have to test everything. Yes, it did. It does go. Didn't even notice it. Bizarre life. Uneventful day in general, eh? That's easy on the eyes, Jesus Christ, Rivet. Holy fuck. My God in heaven. Chat, I have found something precious that I think some of the people in this chat will appreciate. I will post it. I will post it in actual. I will post this in actual and let you bear witness to it. Behold, the rabbit. Huh. What have you been up to? I've been learning to drive. That's about it. Mostly. Drove around for about an hour today. Are we certain that it was a Gundam design? I'm pretty sure it was a Gundam design. Gah. By the way, not one of you responded to that, like, meta lineup of figures I posted. It's like, Jesus God. Fuck, dude. A man has a dire need. Huh. Random Hail Mary in lobby 2. That's about as white as I remember it being, but no. That thing looks cool as shit, though. I could fuck with that. It'll help you survive the zombie apocalypse. I feel like people drastically oversell how dangerous a zombie outbreak would be. Dude, if a zombie outbreak happens, it's gonna be solved in like 3 days. Shaun of the Dead's completely right. Or people should take their cues from that on that. That situation's gonna get solved real quick. Like, even if they're runners, just fucking shoot them. You'll be fine. How the fuck did you burn your hands? Oven. The oven cloth thing wore out its lining. The apocalypse is not the only reason you might be in danger. Ah, yes. Harlem. Huh. This is definitively okay, Thief. This is alright. This thing that I'm looking at right now, this is a solid 7. That's not bad. My idea for a zombie movie is that a guy starts clearing a block of flats from roof to entrance, and when he gets to the front door, the military walks in saying they got a cure that completely reverses the virus. That sounds much better than any other piece of zombie filmography in the last 20 years. A zombie apocalypse would need to be a classic undead rising scenario everywhere all at once to be really bad. Even in that case, dude, I don't think there's gonna be that many bodies that are in shape enough to actually dig their way out of the ground. Like, it does not take long for your, like, skin and meat to be gone when they bury you. And I don't think anyone's skeleton is digging their way out of the dirt. An all-white variant of an existing Gundam? Is that a thing? Are there palette swaps of Gundams out there? Crashing his Hellcat through your wall and infected you with the T-virus, except it also turns you into a Hellcat. And he drives you around like Knight Rider. That is an oddly specific fetishy scenario. The Char Zaku is already a palette swap? Well, yeah, but it's called Char Zaku. Thief, if you are not confident in your ability to defeat a skeleton in single combat, I don't know what to tell you. Just push it over, it'll fall apart. Just kick it. You saw Jason and the Argonauts? Yeah, they made us watch that in middle school. I think they also made us watch the original Clash of the Titans in middle school for some reason. Chat, you have any idea how many tits are in the original Clash of the Titans film? It's got a lot of titties in it. And they just let us watch that in middle school. You are a skeleton, but you are wearing meat armor. No, I am not a skeleton, I am a brain piloting a meat mech. What you are is your brain. So if you put your brain in a robot body, you're still completely yourself. This movie is old, so the nudity is classy. I have no brain, I'm powered by genetic DNA blood memory. Chat, real talk, You ever play Street Fighter 3, chat? And get to Gil at the end of the arcade? Is Gil's opening line being "the mark of my dignity shall scar thy DNA" the hardest line a fighting game has ever had? 'Cause it's real good. You have a good one, Snack. Peace, man. Like, it's real proper hard, man. Like, I'm having a tough time thinking of anything else. Too many angles on the RX-79. Go home and be a family man was an instant classic line, as it should be. As is his God-given right. When we played Street Fighter 6 and we did the whole story thing and that, by the way, when we started hanging out with Guile and I found out Guile listens to country music and he can't stand any other music, it all clicked. Are we looking for a specific Gundam or just posting? They're trying to figure out what Gundam I'm thinking of that I saw a render of like a decade ago. It's a whole thing. And I doubt they're gonna be able to solve this mystery. White, sleek, mobile suit. No, 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 no. Wait! Wait! Is this too recent? This looks about what I was thinking of, but this is too recent. This is 2025. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. In... This is closer to what I was thinking of. This is a lot closer to what I was thinking of. And I don't know what this thing actually is. How long ago was that? Hang on. Okay, Chathany, I don't remember if this was the exact one. And this looks like it still has too many angles, but the proportions look about correct for it to be Outland. Outlande? Outline from Iron Blooded Orphans. I don't know how it's pronounced. The color scheme and proportions look right, but it's too angular for what I was remembering. Outlined? Outlind. Outlind. Ollivander. Gorbachev. Can you share? Hang on. I will post this in lobby 2 for your viewing pleasure, for what it is I'm thinking of. This is close. The colors are about right on this, and the proportions on the arms and legs are about right for what I remember. And it does have a visor on it. I think I was getting the T-shape from the way the, like, face mask is shaped. That's probably what I'm remembering. That's probably it. I'm just gonna say that mystery is solved so you can all move on with your lives. And find something more gratifying to do with your time. Like looking at fat titties or something. Where's that picture of Wolverine's skeleton being fine? Yeah, there it is. That's what I'm thinking of. Just respond to that. Yes. Huh. Ortlind is the name of a Valkyrie. Ortlind. Ortlind. Ortlindi. Ortland. Ortland. Portland, Oregon. Huh. It's Germanic, don't try. Okay. Scheiße. Checked server right before, was that it? I'm gonna assume that was it, and that's what I was thinking of, and move on. Because I don't think anything is gonna get closer than that. The colors and the proportion and the face are right. So I'm just gonna assume that's it. Yes, Sebastian. We late. Little bit. Just a smidge. Just a measly small amount. Yeah. Oh God, my lungs. They're imploding inside my chest cavity. Ori hand can gunpla stream eventually. Going to bed for real this time. Have fun. Didn't you say your boyfriend was Gigan? Have fun with Gigan. What a bizarre time frame, huh? It's a whole thing, isn't it? Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Jesus Christ. There are some good things on this timeline I'm looking at. Like some real proper beauty I'm looking at. Like, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Now that's a proper use of a man's time. Hey, chat, how do we feel about Crystal from Star Fox in hindsight? Only reason Ori would have a callus is if he runs out of lotion. I go dry, usually. I'll be honest. I don't go in dry, but I go dry. How do you feel about Crystal? I don't do meth. You're Polish, of course you do. Don't lie to me. Crystal is made for human dick. How tall are Star Fox characters anyway? Because Sonic characters are only like 2.5 feet tall. How tall is Star Fox? Is Star Fox the size of a human man? We're too broke for actual drugs, Ori. You can make crystal meth in your tub. Your height? He's 5'7"? This is gonna keep me awake at night, hang on. How tall is Fox McCloud? McCloud. Star Fox is 5'8". He is the size of a human man. Fascinating. I feel like doing impersonations with the Scottish voice and just saying names that were in Highlander are the only way I can do a good Scottish. A cloud. Chat, they're remaking Highlander and it's going to be the worst thing imaginable. I want you to know that. It's going to be appalling, like an affront to God, when that thing comes out. There can only be one Highlander. There's certainly only one good film. The cartoon existing. I never did really watch the cartoon. I know they made like a shitty game based on the cartoon. That's the closest I ever came, I think. Chat, you remember in Highlander 2 where it was in the far future and then they retconned the whole immortal thing to be like, ah, they're aliens. Ramirez and Connor, they knew each other in the distant past because they were alien bros together. Only Highlander I saw was the Mel Gibson one. The fuck is wrong with you? Watched the Highlander show as a kid, can't remember if it was good or not. The live action one? There were two different live action ones. There was the Highlander TV series starring Duncan MacLeod, and there was a different one called The Raven, which starred a woman who was blonde-haired, and yet it was called The Raven for some reason. I don't know why it was called The Raven, and your main character was a blonde woman. I don't know how that would track. Nonetheless. This whole thing's screwy. It was the one with Duncan. Okay, there's that. Duncan MacLeod also showed up in later sequels. So there is that. Those later sequels also get it real bad. Like, it's insane. The drop-off in quality from that first Highlander film to basically everything else after it is, like, untoppable. It's absurd. Because Highlander is, like, one of my favorite movies. I think it's underrated, to say the least. And then just everything after that, the best I can say about anything is, like, this is kind of mid. And I think that was the case with 3, which is the one no one talks about because it's forgettable. And it's like a rock moved and there were a bunch of other immortals hiding in a cave for centuries that I guess the god forgot about, which is why the prize happened at the end of the first movie. Had the Texas Chainsaw Dilemma, to say the least. What a waste. Life is pain. Why did they never make, like, a game where you just play as Connor MacLeod going through, like, historic battles or something? Thief, go to sleep! No dinner! Ah, the suffering. It begins again. Life is pain. Chad, it's been like 3+ hours. I think that's good enough, don't you? I think that's good enough. I believe. Yeah, that's fine. Stretch the back out. Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess do the preamble thing. Post-amble? The after-amble. That's coming to the stream. I appreciate it. If you want to know when streams are going to start, what we're going to be doing on any given day, scroll on this a little bit, hit the link, follow me on Twitter. YouTube's there. VODs, highlights of the streams. Give that a sub if you like. Patreon's down there, little score, looking how can you constantly a little bit right. And thank you. I have no idea what to call this stream when I post the VOD on YouTube. I don't know, I'll figure it out, I guess. But thanks, we should be back on Thursday. Preferably with my hands healed. So I can play something. But thank you. I'll see everyone in the next one. You take care now, kids. Goodbye.